Hello, my dear students. Good evening to you all. And today I am going to explain about decentralization in India. So, the word decentralization means when the power is taken away from the central and the state government and given to the lowest level of government, that is the local government, then it is called decentralization. So, we are going to read about decentralization in India. We have already discussed about two tier of government in our country, in India, that is the central government and state governments. But India is a very large country and it cannot be run only through these two tiers of the government, because the Indian states are as large as independent countries of Europe like Russia and Germany, and also diverse populations are there in the states, and therefore it is very important to have the tier of the government, another tier of the government below the state level, and that is called the local government, and thus resulted a third tier of the government called local government, and that is decentralization of power. Okay, power, that means power is not centralized to only one or two level of government. Power is decentralized to the lowest level of government. Okay, so it is important to decentralize the power because it is important to have third tier of the government, because there are a large number of problems and issues which are best resulted at the local level. That means the problems of the people who are living in the village and urban areas are can be solved by the local government only. Okay, people have better knowledge of problems in their locality, and if the representatives are elected from their locality to the local government, then those representatives can they have better ideas where to spend money and how to manage the things more efficiently than the other higher level of the government. Okay, and the local government is the best way to realize one important principle of democracy, that is local self government. Okay, now India has three tier system of government, and they are central government, state government, and local government. Local government means in village level the governments are called panchayats, and in urban areas they are called municipalities or municipal corporation. Okay, but the need for decentralization was recognized in our constitution, but in earlier the panchayat in villages and municipalities in urban areas were set up in all the states, and they are directly under the control of the state governments. Although village panchayats and municipalities are there, after that means after the making of the constitution, but they are under the control of the state government, and elections to the local governments were also not held regularly, and they did not have the power. Local governments did not have the power, or they did not have the resources of their own. They did not have power of their own, and they did not have the resources of their own. They are under the control of the under the control of the state government. Okay, and thus we can say that there was a very little decentralization in our country in effective term. But a major step was taken in 1992 towards decentralization of power. To make the third tier of the democracy more powerful and effective, that means that is the constitutional amendment in 1992. So, according to the constitutional amendment in 1992, it is constitutionally now mandatory to hold regular election to the local bodies. So these are the changes. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 changes are given here. According to the constitutional amendment in 1992 towards decentralization of power, now it is constitutionally mandatory. It is constitutionally mandatory to hold regular elections to the local bodies, to the panchayats and municipalities. Elections are regularly held now. And number 2, seats are reserved in the seats are reserved in the elected body and the executive heads of these institutions for scheduled caste, scheduled tribe and other backward classes. So now some seats are reserved. Reserved seats are there for scheduled caste, scheduled tribe and other backward classes in the elected body. Number 3, at least 1/3 of the positions are reserved for women. Apart from scheduled caste, scheduled tribe and other backward classes, 1/3 of the seats are reserved for 30% seats are reserved for women in the panchayats, and that means local governments. Okay. Number 4, an independent institution called State Election Commission has been created in each state to conduct panchayats and municipal elections. So panchayats and municipal elections are conducted by the State Election Commission, which has been created in each state. Okay. State Election Commission is given the responsibility to conduct the panchayat and municipal elections. And last number, the state governments are required to share some powers and revenue with the local bodies. So that is a major change. Okay. A difference before the constitutional amendment in 1992 and after constitutional amendment in 1992 is some powers are given from the state government to the and revenue from the central government to the local government bodies, and nature of sharing of power varies from state to state. It is not same, it is varies from state to state. Okay, so these are the changes which were taken place in after 1992 constitutional amendment to the local government bodies. Okay.